Welcome back to the Breakpoint with Coach C. That'd be me. Um, so for all of you returning, I'm saying welcome, and for everybody that's new, I'm saying welcome too. So welcome to everybody. This is your one-stop shop for bowling conversations, tips, tricks, and all things bowling. That's what we do right here. So welcome. Too tall. What's good, my good brother? How you doing, man? You know, national time is creeping closer and closer every day, which is great for us, right? And I hope we're doing everything we can to get ready. But it's one of those things, right, where we're either ready or we're not. So I'm hoping between now and then, tournament bowling is going to do a lot to get me ready. So I hope you're doing the same. I hope everybody is bowling pretty good too. Like league bowling is it's been a lot of fun. Which I mean, that's a good thing. So I have the motive mayhem being drilled. Hopefully I can get the review done. I'm thinking tomorrow, Monday at the latest, and then have it posted Monday evening if I can't do it till Monday. And if I can do it sooner, then I will. Here's what I like to talk. Hey, since Too Tall is here, hey Too Tall, have you got an opportunity to watch ZBL's video where he's addressing all the balls that are currently out in their positions in which they're held in? Did you get an opportunity to see that? Because I did, and I actually really liked it. I think he did a really good job. I think he was spot on a lot of things. I think that he did a great job when ZBL said that, I didn't throw them all. Nobody does. So we're going to do the best that we can with what we know. Perfect line. Also, there was some things that I don't think that I agree with 150%. For example, he said that the Zero Mercy is the strongest ball on that list, and from everything I've seen, which I bowl with all of them. So, um, but then again, I'm for the most part I'm rev dominant. So maybe if it's in an ideal world, maybe he may be right in certain situations. But for me, I think the cover on the Ion Max is by far the strongest cover you're going to get. I actually think, in all honesty, that the cover for the Zero Mercy is a step down, actually, to the Ion Max. So if you would for me, if I would throw both bowling balls, um, I would be able to throw the Zero Mercy after the Ion Max. To me, that's where they sit in relation to cover. So, but other than that, it's not bad. A complete list. And here's the thing that I like so much about ZBL's list, and that's if you're looking to compete and you want to build a bag, that's the way to go. His list, I would recommend ZBL's list. If you're looking to build a bag, and so I would definitely recommend ZBL's channel. I would definitely, if you're looking for a complete bag, I would recommend that in entirety because that full list breakdown is pretty good. Now here's the only thing I would say: where you rank the ball in relation, that depends on the person. So it can be like you can say this, or so you can mix match where you want them, but it gives you a big overview, and because it does that, you can create a bag predicated on that because it does give you good insight. So with that, I'm saying Coach C approves EVL. I like that. So just so we're clear though, yeah, I definitely do recommend it. So Too Tall, if you get a chance to talk to him, and I did leave it in his comments, telling him great job. If you get a chance to talk to him, Too Tall, tell him Coach C said great job, dude. And that's very beneficial for anyone. So whether it's a beginner or it's somebody who's competing in regionals, they can use that to navigate, especially if they're not in a contract with anyone. So I would definitely recommend that. Um, Thing I would like to address too. And this is for everybody that's going to watch it later in case anybody have any questions. I created a game where we use a point system when we're bowling. You can score a total of 72 points in bowling, 24 max of 24 points per game. That would be a perfect game in an ideal world. Okay. So here's the big thing. There's been a lot of issues that have been brought up in relation to the game. So first thing is, and I'm only saying this for clarity so that everybody has clarity about what's going on as far as the game goes in its entirety. The game is meant to help everyone get better. What it does is it really helps your mental focus because it allows you to stay checked in. So allows you to focus on the job at hand. Most times when bowlers bowl, they run into issues like, and here's an example. Say you're bowling and you throw a strike, right? And when you're throwing your strike, you think it's a strike and then you leave a 10 pin. And if you're lefty, you leave a 7 pin. And you're like, man, that shot was good. Well, a lot of times, a lot of bowlers, and it's a large percent, lose focus so badly that what happened to them is when they get up to throw their spare, they're not focused on their spare. And what happens to them is when you're not focused on it, you'll tend to miss it because you're worried about what just happened as opposed to worrying about what's at hand. Well, this game is based on that. And what it does is it provides you with a cover, something to focus on. So because there's two games in every frame. If you leave a spare, there that's a whole nother game for you. So so what I'm noticing is a lot of times people are thinking that this is meant to be a giveaway. Well, I reward winners, but it's not a giveaway. This is something to help progress the game, to help benefit everyone's game, whether it's mine or pros, whoever. This is a great mental game. Now, most of the pros, I'm going to say large percentage of them are very good at compartmentalizing and separating the two entities, first and second ball. Every shot's its own. This is meant to help everybody do that, right? So, with that being said, improving your game can get you to be a winner. I don't want anybody to be intimidated because this guy might average a 220. Well, here's the reality. A 220 bowler has bad weeks too, and it's a fact. It's a proven fact that if you have all 9 count spares, you can beat somebody who shoots 650. It's just a fact, especially if their non-strikes are 8 counts or 7 counts. It's just a matter of fact. So don't be discouraged because this game is not based on better people beating you. That's not what it's about. And it's about self improvement. Because remember, technically, you're never bowling against anyone, you're only bowling against the lanes. So now that we got that cleared up, let's move on. So here's my question. I have no balls in his strong and smooth category, mostly because I won't use it in league, but want to get one for nationals between the Ion Max and Raptor Rain or something. Okay, so too tall. I'm going to tell you this, and this is my philosophy in this. Other bowlers may not agree. The Ion Max has the strongest cover. Okay. However, what I can say is the Raptor Rain cover is super duper strong too. But here's the problem that you have. You can get the Ion Max and use it as a symmetrical because I don't know if you notice this or not, it's not very angular. And it also has very low asymmetry. If you bring up the Ion Max right now, I'm thinking the Ion Max, I don't quote me on this too tall, but I bet you if you pull it up, you'd look and the PSA on that thing is like 0.010. So it's very low in asymmetry. And for me, I don't use it like that. It's slower, less angular. So that's how I use it. So biggest solid right now is the OGP2. Yeah, that ain't very strong. But here's the question to you though. Who said you're gonna need stronger? That's the that's the reality. Who says you're gonna need stronger? Now, I'm not saying that you won't. That's not what coach said. That's not what I said. I'm not saying you won't need stronger. I'm saying how do you know you need stronger? How do you know a pearl won't get it? How I mean, or a hybrid, or even a P2. P2 might be plenty strong enough, especially if it's only like a 40-foot pattern or a 39, 38-foot pattern. If the pattern would happen to be 43 like it was last year, you might need something a little stronger. That's probable. I may not need it, but I'd rather have it and not need it and need it and not have it. Facts. Okay. So then here's what you have to do, Too Tall. You're looking for I would hope you're looking for a certain shape, right? So it's your job that if you want to buy a big engine ball, right? If you want to buy it, you have to look into which shape you want, because that's what it's predicated about. Is what shape you're looking for. If you're looking for super duper strong, not very angular, well, guess what? Congratulations, you have the Ion Max. If you're looking for something that's a little faster than the Ion Max with a super strong cover, that's symmetrical too, because it's a little faster, but it's asymmetrical that digs in, and the cover doesn't change all that much, because I'm pretty sure they use Duramax on that one too. Guess what? Congratulations, ding ding ding, the Raptor Reign's a winner, because that's a hell of a ball. If you want something with a little more angular to it, um, you have the the Zero Mercy. If you want something that digs in too, that's a little less asymmetrical, just a little less angular, I should say, then you have the Jackal Onyx. Um, See where I'm going with this? The moral of the story is you have to figure out what works for you. What are you looking for? Because that's the reality. Like anytime you go into a tournament, and this is not for you, this is for everybody. When you get ready to go to a tournament, right? When you're building your bag, first question you got is, what shape do I want? What shape do I need? What shapes am I thinking about? Right? So, okay, so here's the deal. And this is the reality of the deal. All right. So I want you to check this out. Say I'm going to play PBA Scorpion. I know the pattern is 44 feet, right? And I know the mill is like 29 mils. So then it becomes, okay, how do I want to attack this? Where do I want to play? So then it becomes, okay, what am I looking for as far as shape go? Now, for me, I would want to play that 10-5, maybe 10-6. But I also want to put something that's got a lot of surface on it. Now, do I want it to shape a whole lot? No, I don't. You with me so far, Too Tall? And everybody else is watching? So, you with me? No, I don't want it to shape a whole lot. What I wanted to do is I wanted to start really, really early. That's what I wanted to do. Right? So I can get it through the pins the right way. That's what I'm looking for to do. So now I'm like, okay, so for me, I got some choices. I can go urethane, I can go Motive Tank, or I can go with something like the Ion Max or the Raptor Rain, because I want to be symmetrical, because how I want the ball to look, right? You see where I'm going with this? Now, let's say if I was going with PBA Shark, right? Now, say shark, there's two ways to attack it because shark's 48 feet. But here's the crazy part about shark, though, that you don't realize. Shark on the outside of 10 has a lot of buffer, right? So outside of 20 feet on shark, outside of 10, it's all buff. So if I wanted to play that straight up the gutter, throwing it about 16.5 mile an hour, putting a whole lot of hand into it, right? If that's what I wanted to do, I'm looking for a different shape than I am. So I'm not looking tank. I'm not looking ion. Although ion could fit because it's still asymmetrical. But I would be looking more along the lines of a Jackal Onyx, more along the lines of a Zero Mercy, more along the lines of an Ion Max pinned down. See what I'm saying? So because it's a shape now that I'm looking for, I want that ball to start up early, yes, but I want it when it gets into that buff. I want it to start getting around the corner, right? It's all about the shapes you're looking for. That's it. It's really, oh snap. It's really about the shapes that you're looking for. So, and here's the thing: whenever you're buying bowling balls, that's also what you're looking for. When you're buying a bowling ball, it should only be about the shapes. That's why when you're like watching a bowling ball review, that's what you should be focused on is the shape, 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 shape. You know what I mean? Shape. How early is it starting up? How fast is it once it starts up? That's how it should be for you. So that's what's super duper important when you buy a bowling ball. And then it's if you're going to compete in competition, then it becomes okay. Am I going to be able to use this on a house shot? Am I going to be able to use it on a challenge shot or a sports shot? You got to be able to make that decision. And you put all this into what you're weighing as far as that ball go. What's going on, GB? How you doing? So, and these are things that's really, really important. What's going on, Red? I'm sorry, Chad. So these are things that are very, very important that we don't go over enough. You get what I'm saying? And it's bad and it's sad that all of us do ball reviews, right? And we tell you guys this ball is good. This ball starts up in the mid lane. This ball's blending the lane very well. This ball's getting off the wet onto the dry. This ball is slower. This ball is faster. We're telling you all these things, right? So we are telling you guys all of these things. You know what we're not telling you? The important stuff. The things that make the ball valuable to you. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's insane that I'm saying it, but this is a reality because when you go to buy a bowling ball, these are the things that's actually really do super duper important to you. How it reads, when it reads. That's super duper important. You know what I'm saying? The shape that it has, whether it's the L shape, whether it's slow, chuggy, and round, these things matter. And they should definitely matter to you guys. And the reason why I'm stressing this tonight is because let me ask this question. How many of you guys in the last 2 years have bought two balls that are really, really similar? How many of you done it? And if you've done it, did you know you were doing it before you did it? Okay. So, too tall. Here's a question for you. So, okay, guys, let's get into this, right? Bowling talk at its finest right now. First question I got. First question. How many of you guys actually understand the term? How many of you actually understand what shape means? And the big question, how many of you guys bought two balls that do basically the same thing? And if you bought two balls in the last 2 years to do the same thing, did you know they did the same thing when you bought them? Because here's the reality, right? Here's the reality. Why buy? Here's the third question. Do you guys buy bowling balls based on your need, or do you buy them just because you want them? I don't think I have bought two of the same, surprisingly. I did buy two similar, but sent the hyperdrive to Cajun for his daughter. Okay, but Chad, my question is, did you know you were buying two similar before you bought them? Or was it by accident? That is the question. And look, there ain't no right or wrong answer because I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a lot of balls that are similar, but then again, I do ball reviews. So you knew it before you did it. Okay. So if you knew it before you did it, why do it? Now, again, I asked you guys a question. Two questions actually. First question is, do you buy because you need to fill a spot, or do you buy because you want? Just asking for a friend. Second question is, do you guys understand shape? Rebs on the left. What up, Rebs? The uncrowned king is here. Get the hell. Rebs is funny. Mm. Who's leading so far this week? I don't even remember. Yeah, Rebs in the building. What up? What up, Rebs? Rebs is the first person that's honest. Rev says, I basically buy for want. Thank you, Revs, for your honesty, bro. Everybody can learn from Revs. But I'll bet you Revs, because he buys for want, he's bought in balls that are the same. I'll bet you that. Not sure. I thought I saw some. I think 62 is leading right now, Revs. But yes. Oh, guys, why I got a lot of you in here like Revs on Sunday, I'm not going to be live. There's no way. Because I'm bowling in a tournament and the final squad is at 5 o'clock p.m. So I'm not going to be able to do it. But what I'll do is I'll come on Monday night if that's okay with you guys. For my hyperdrive was just a little strong where I bowled, so I went to something a bit weaker. And the ball, okay, that makes sense. Over half my arsenal is basically the same four balls. See? See? There you go, Revs. That's it. That's the answer right there. And that's what happens to a lot of different bowlers. Right there. Facts right there. Right there. Ding, ding, ding. That right there, Revs, is the winning answer. That's fine. Everybody can watch me on Sunday. Yeah, everybody can watch Rev on Sunday because, and I recommend y'all do. I like Rev. Rev's my guy. But yeah, I'll be bowling in a tournament. What's going on, Billy M? Hey, I like Revs being brutally honest, but everybody should be because it's beneficial to other bowlers. See, there's people that pop in here and they don't say nothing because they see all the experienced bowlers talking and they feel left out. But the reality is we're just like them. We're just like them. Listen, if I didn't have a ball review channel, I would never buy for want. I would only buy for need. That's just me, though. All right, so Cajun just messaged me, read messaged in the Discord. I put a video in the Discord earlier today, and I said, "Can anybody tell me what I changed?" And then I posted a second one to give you guys something to compare it to. And none of you guys figured that out. I mean, I'm so disappointed. None of you guys figured it out. And I mean none of you. I'm trying to figure out how none of y'all figured that out. But I made another change to my bowling game yet again. And this is what y'all should be learning. If I'm 50 years old and I can make changes to benefit my game, anybody can. So go ahead. Somebody say, "Hey, coach, what did you change?" Go ahead. Because none of you seen it in the video. And when I tell you, everybody's going to be like, "Man, that's what y'all going to do." Man, I have enough to cover different shapes. Now it's just getting comfortable with shapes I normally don't throw. Now that, Chad, that's the smartest thing anybody said in a long time. It's about getting comfortable with the shapes that you don't normally throw because you don't know when you're going to need the shapes. So check it. Hey, Revs, did you get a chance to look at the video in Discord before I answer it? Go ahead, Revs and Billy M. Go look at it real quick. See if you can tell me what I changed. See if you can tell me what I changed. I'll give it a couple more minutes and I'll tell you guys what I changed so that you guys know. But you guys ain't answering me. Do you guys understand shapes? Because that's what ball reviews should be very beneficial. I mean, they're entertaining, sure, because you hear us talk and we say some crazy off the wall stuff, but I saw the first one, but currently on the freeway. Okay, Rebs, so that's cool. Rebs, in the first video, from my regular bowling to my league to that video, do you know it changed? And he said, "No, I don't." Okay, since Reb don't know, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all ready for this? My footwork, my mechanics, everything is accelerated. I'm faster. Normally, I walk like a slow turtle. I'm a lot faster. See? Y'all watched it, didn't even pay attention. You guys watched it. You guys seen it. And then watch. Y'all gonna go back and be like, "Huh." So here's what I challenge you guys to do. Go to the league video that we did this past Wednesday and watch my footwork. And then watch the video again. You're gonna be like, "Oh snap, coach's footwork is fast." Oh, okay. Rev said he's talking about shape. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up. I think Monday, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare a lot of footage of just bowling balls going down the lane, not the person throwing it, just the ball. That way we can go over shapes, and I'm gonna get Coach A to come in too. Because here's the deal: understanding shapes is really important because they can. It's really super duper important because some balls are different than others. Rev said, "I saw the faster footwork, but it did not click." Facts, see? Something so little. But it's not just the footwork, though. It's all of it. And here's the cool part, right? So normally my ball speed on average was between like 14.8 and 15.3. With faster footwork and faster mechanics, the push away everything, my ball speed is almost averaging 17 miles an hour. So I went from so if I can keep this consistent, then I would go from rev dominant to more balanced. which would be pretty ideal. You know what I'm saying? But I would rather be that. Now I just got to get used to the concept because believe it or not, it feels very weird. It feels like everything's off. It feels like my balance is off when it's not. It feels like just uncomfortable. And I'm gonna bowl in a tournament Sunday. I'm gonna bowl another tournament next Saturday, a doubles tournament. So I'm trying to get as much in as possible. So then when the PBA regional season comes into play, I can go ahead and bowl in it. So again, I should have that mayhem done. I'm hoping by Monday and have it dropped. I'm really looking forward to watching that ball. I'm really looking forward to throwing that ball because it looks pretty good. The replacement for the Evoke, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. And throwing it. And and it'll be done being drilled so I can use it in that tournament on Sunday. I think it'll be very beneficial. Being left-handed, I normally don't like stuff that's longer and fast when it breaks. I know there is a place for it, but it's 7 pins for me. No, hey Chad, I get it. Actually, believe it or not, Chad, I have a lot of left-handed friends that tell me the same thing. Actually, I've started to notice that trend too. When I'm practicing left-handed now, like I did yesterday, the slower was better for me. Slower is better for me. But the bad part for me, Chad, is my rev rate left-handed is just as high as it is right-handed. So I have to shake the body of the lane left-handed. Your footwork looks a little quicker to me. That is something I've been working on also, increasing my footwork to get more ball speed. My speed went from 14 high to 15 sixes. Well, here's the thing, Billiam. I wasn't increasing my foot speed. Now, check this out, right? What's up, Larry in the building? Okay, so this is the reality. I didn't change my foot speed to gain ball speed. I changed my foot speed because my foot speed, as we know, is super duper slow. And because it was so slow, everything else is slow. My swing has to be slow. So my swing is more controlled the slower I am, which is a very bad thing because I wasn't getting consistency. So ordinary to gain that consistency, what I have to do is get everything going at the same speed all the time. I hope that makes sense to you. That's great. I've been working on increasing my speed as well, working with my semi-retired PBA guy on Monday on speed, footwork, and timing. I'm up about a mile and a half on a board from a few months ago. Well, the cool part is, too tall, is that if your footwork is good, normally your timing is good with it. You know what I'm saying? But so this is a reality, right? Billy, I'm too tall. This is for you guys especially. That have slower footwork. For months, I would tell A or and Drew, I'm like, yo, my swing is off. My release is off. And it's not that they were off. It's not that my swing was off. It's not that my release was off. It's not. What it is when my feet are super duper slow, and I know all of you guys, my feet are probably slower than everybody you ever seen. What happens is because my feet are slow, my swing is manufactured. It's not free. So by me speeding up my footwork, I know you guys should be able to see that my swing is more free. It's more fluent. I just push. Once the push away happens, gravity does all the rest. And the more reps I get at it, the better I'm going to get at it. But for the Evoke, it's not a one-to-one replacement, I hear. Um, I don't know. I think I think it Rebs, I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna say the Evo Mayhem is gonna be a one-to-one replacement. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know the covers are different, but I think that okay. So this Rebs. This is perfect segue. You said it's not a one-to-one replacement. Okay, so fingers just hurting. So listen, here's why it is. The other Evoke, I think, may be a hair stronger. However, this Evoke has Duramax, which is an additive to the cover. So the cover's not going to change. So with the other Evoke, after 6 shots, the cover changes. The cover goes back to stable, which is 4,700, right? Well, with the Evoke Mayhem and that Duramax on it, you throw 12 shots with that thing and it's only going to go up 1,000. So that means that if you're changing lanes, it's going to hold up better, longer, better. So I don't think it's a level step up, Revs. I think it's a major step up. It's like the Rafter Rain, same thing. Them balls hold their covers longer. So this is a fact. If you're bowling in a tournament, you got to move lanes, right? And say you're going to play a pipe to gutter and nobody else is. The ball that you start with after 6 frames, it's going to be as stable, right? So then when you move over to the next frame, is your ball going to be able to play out there with the same reaction? No, because it's going to be at stable 4,700. When over there, it was at 1,000. So by the time your ball got to stable, the lanes were broke down too. But over here, the lanes ain't broke down, so you're starting fresh. Now with that Duramax, like me with that Rafter Rain, so I'm over here with the Rafter Rain. It's like, okay, cool, right? And I'm on this lane. And then when I move, because the surface on the Rafter Rain didn't bounce up to stable, and it's only bounced up 1,000, I can still use it. I'm gonna have to move 2 boards right to make the adjustment, but I can still use it. And then I got to change lanes again for game 3. Guess what? I can still use it. I might have to again bounce a board right just to make sure I get around the corner to the pocket, but I can still use it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I think it's a whole complete step up. Larry in the building. Haven't seen the video. Okay, well, you got to check it out, Larry. Let's see. I'm the opposite. I'm working on slowing. Rebs, if you slow your feet down, you ain't going to be moving. Rebs, yo, you already look like you in slow motion, bro. I noticed that with my Brunswick Alert lane shine quickly. Yep. And that's the catch 22 right there. Those balls with that Duramax on it, they don't lane shine fast at all, which that's a bonus. Because normally when I go to a tournament, I gotta have I carry 3 or 4 Ion Maxes with me, right? Because if I want to use it, nobody's playing outside like that, then I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Now if I want to, and I have that Mayhem, I could probably have 2 of those and keep that same shot with those 2 balls through 4 games. You see what I'm saying? That's where the bonus would be at. Listen, let me ask this. I know some of you guys use Brunswick and all this other stuff, right? I have a question for you. Does any of you guys notice after 15, 20, 30 games with the Brunswick with the ball with HK22 on it, it doesn't react the same anymore? Even if you bake it, it still don't react the same anymore? Because I'm having a lot of problems with HK22 stuff. So I'm not telling you that that's what's happening. I'm asking you the question: is that what you guys are seeing? Is any of you guys seeing that? Anybody? Everybody? Nobody. HK22 squared. Paulie in the building. What up, cuz? Been a while, Paulie. I'm not seeing it with my mesmerize. Okay, that's fair. Rebs, what about you with your alert? I imagine you got about 15 games on it by now. Are you seeing any difference other than that lane shines a whole lot? Effect is the only ball I have with HK22. Haven't seen that. I've seen it all over the place. Do you know how I see it? Here's how. When the ball came out of box, I can play these lines, these lines, these lines. And now when I try to use that same ball, I have to be more right with it. I have to change the angle with them, even though I put the same amount of surface on it. And here's the thing: I don't have enough games on it to bake it, so I mean that's not an option. I know the most hookingest ball that I got is that danger zone. I don't know if any of you guys bowled that danger zone yet, but that is the most hooking ball I've ever seen. I mean that ball like yeah, that danger zone is diesel. That ball hooks. Does anybody in the chat just use one brand? Does anybody in the chat just use only one brand? Like, is anybody married to one brand? And if you only use one brand, why only the one brand? Billy gotcha, coach. When I first started out two-handed, my footwork was super slow. Just like Tomas, yeah. I've been working on my footwork to increase my speed. You gotta do that, man. As a two-hander, speed. Well, no, speed ain't that. Well, it can get you. I use Storm Motive and Hammer. Larry said I haven't had enough games on my HK22 ball to see a difference yet. I'm trying to figure out if it's just me or other people are having this reoccurring issue. I know this much. That Widow Dynasty, man, that last 5 feet on that ball is something stupid. I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's a beautiful shot. And then it jumps, whoop. And I'm like, oh, where did that go? I ain't saying it's not good. I'm saying I gotta be extra cautious with it. Even throwing it 17 miles an hour, it's still hooking a ton. And it's that last little back end that just that extra jump, man, that extra sideways. I'd be like, man. You know, behind me the TV's on. Well, behind the computer. And by far, this is the dumbest movie I ever seen. It's so dumb you can't even make this stuff up. I'm just saying. Only in America. All right. So, anybody got any tournaments coming up? Oh, look at this. The quiet guy in the building. I use all three storm companies: Motor, Brunswick, and Hammer. See, quiet guy smart. He don't limit himself. If they ain't paying him, he using it. I mainly use Storm, but lately I've been buying some of the discontinued Brunswick balls off Buddy's Pro Shop. Listen, I mean, if you ain't married, if you ain't getting paid for doing it, then you ain't married to him. Use it whatever you want. To me, unless you're on the staff, it's too limiting to only use one brand. But if you use 8 to 10, yeah, I'm with you, too tall. Yeah, mainly B7 and Storm. Motive I have, but not matching up very well yet. I like a lot of motive stuff. I really do. But now maybe the ZBL ball chart. Yeah, that ball chart is diesel, like I said, man. I recommend that thing. Especially if you're trying to build a complete bag. I definitely recommend it. Um, I don't know, man. When we look at motive, there's just some balls I take with me no matter where I'm at, like the Max Trail Pearl. That is like a benchmark. That's one of my benchmarks. You know what I'm saying? The Max Trail Pearl is one of my benchmark balls. What else is motive that I take everywhere? The Nebula. What else? Off the top of my head, what else do I take this motive? The Max Trail Pearl, the Nebula. I'm taking them everywhere with me. And I can't see the Nebula very good, but I know if I can hit a spot with it, I know exactly what's gonna happen. The Apex Jackal, if I'm bowling a long pattern or medium pattern, I'm gonna take that with me. The Rafter Rain is in my bag no matter what happens. The clutch is in my sports shot bag. The lethal venom's in my sports shot bag. Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot of motive in my stuff. Let's see what do I got. Let's go through these brands. Let's see what I got in my sports shop bags over here. Let's start with Hammer. The Zero Mercy is in my sports shop bag because, like I said, it's a step down for me from my Ion Max, and I think that that's all that's in there. I don't think I got anything else. The Widow Dynasty. I need a little more time with that ball. The Widow Dynasty. I need to be able to see because again, that last 5 feet. Now that ball smashes. That's like Hulk smash. That Widow Dynasty. When you touch the pocket with that bad boy, is on. So let's move to Brunswick. Let's see what I got as far as Brunswick in my bag. I'm 50-50 on the danger zone, man. I don't know. That ball hooks a ton. So right now it's sitting in the bag. That's it for Brunswick, the main Brunswick brand. Radical's got nothing in my bag. Track's got nothing in there. Ebonite's got nothing in there. DV8 definitely ain't got nothing in there. Columbia got nothing in there. So one ball from Brunswick is in my bag. And no, one ball. The danger zone's in my bag. So that's one ball and one ball on the outside looking in. And that is the Widow Dynasty. So Motive's got more. So now let's go to Storm's brand. Storm main brand is the IQ Rubies in my bag. The next is in my bag. The P2 Pearl and the P2 Solid are in my bag. The Ion Max, there's 3 or 4 of them in my bag. Let's go to Roto Grip. The Rockstar amp is in my bag. On the outside looking in is the hustle. Depend on if I'm on a challenge shot or something, I go with the hustle because it's less value, so I can use it. The hustle X-ray, depending on what I'm looking at, is on the outside looking in, and the hyperdrive does not make it. Neither does Gremlin. All right, so that was Roto Grip 900 Global. The Ember is in my bag because that ball, believe it or not, that's a very good control piece. That Ember, very, very good control piece, dude. Go lay down, Storm. Go. So yeah, that is a very good control piece. I don't know about the Vengeance because I haven't thrown it yet. Um, is there anything left for me to look at? Nope. What did I just tell you? Sorry, my dog was coming in here. Um, so yeah, I mean that's it. On my way to league. See you later, Too Tall. Hey, happy hunting, buddy. And I don't have brand loyalty. I love trying different brands. If it'll help my game, I have a tournament in Michigan, March 7th and 8th. I remember that, Larry. I'm gonna try to make that tournament. Yeah, Larry. I remember. I'm gonna try to make that tournament. What's up, Red? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna try to make that tournament March 8th and 9th. It's close to finishing up state championships for the girls, but we'll see what I can do. And it depends on how much snow's out there. But I would love to go up to it though. Larry, did you ever send me the information on that? So y'all see what's in my tournament bag. So basically my tournament bag is just Motive and Storm with a couple of roto grips here and there. 1 900 global. So I mean that's the beautiful part about bowling is, and here's what's crazy, right? Come regional season, it may be totally different. Come nationals, who knows? I may only take Motive, or I may only take Storm, or I may only take Brunswick. You never know. Times change. What I know for a fact is that Ion Max is always in there because it's a very good control piece. You know, reality is I wish they had a I wish they had a lighter version of the P2. I would so buy like 10 of those. Because believe it or not, the phase 2, the OG, I don't see it very well. I can't see the swirl very well. But if I could, if they made a different color version of that, hell man, I'd throw that all the time. And yeah, I still have that issue where I still want to see the swirl. I know. I know. The better you get, the less you need to see it. But I guess I ain't that good because I need to see it. It's beneficial to my eyesight. I mean, I am blind as hell though, so I mean that's probably why. Did you throw that in the garbage? Hmm. Everybody still playing the game? Hey, Red, you can win. I got faith in you, Playboy. Oh, now this is what I will say. For those of you that want to play the game, it's a Discord, which I put the link in there all the time. For ordinary you to qualify, it has to be under a certain criteria. A, lane talk. If you do not have lane talk, then you need to take a picture of each games so we can verify the name and verify each frame. But If you do not have those things, then the scores will not count. I made it very easy, very simple to be able to do that. You know, here's a question: what month do you guys think is the best month for bowling balls to come out? I want to say, I want to say March is the best month. It's probably when the end of the league season. I think that's the best month for bowling ball. Not to mention, I want to see a gym replacement. The Magic Gym. I put a Magic Gym back into my bag too because that Magic Gym is a beast. That's still probably the best bowling ball I've ever thrown. The Magic Gym, by far. Yeah, by far the Magic Gym best I ever thrown. Fair Chad said February, March, August. Uh the last few Februarys haven't been really hot business, Chad. What came out February last year, the year before that was good? I don't think anything. I'm gonna give you August. August be dope sometimes. I'll give you credit for that one. Yeah, August be hot. Coming in hot. But hey Chad, but the question wait, isn't it more September's like the big one? Cause this August, we didn't get nothing good. It was September that was banging. Wait, let's verify this. Why man? Come on, Chad. Let's put this to the test. All right, so August of this year, we got Mission Impossible. We ain't gonna bring up no swag balls because they garbage. Motive had the Steel Forge. Brunswick had the Track Theorem, the Snapshot Hybrid, the Guru Oracle, the Pulse, the Infinity Quest, Brunswick Combat, the Hype Super Pearl. Them have to be overseas. Yeah, that's what we have for August, bro. That wasn't a very good month. Storm didn't release nothing in August. The gym line was super good. Still use the OG gym. Man, look, if I had an OG gym, I'd be throwing that right now, Billy M. I need one of them. Now, let's check September. Let's see what September was all about. Boom, 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 boom. September. Fusion Hybrid. What is that? Melee Jab. The Vapor Zone. The Primal Ghost. The Maximum Effect. The Black Widow of the V1. The one Ovation. What else is there? The Mantra Solid that nobody threw. A bunch of swag stuff that nobody threw. The Effect Black Solid Urethane came out in September. The Effect Purple Hammer came out in September. The RST Hyperdrive Pearl came out in September. I think September was better than October. I mean, better than August. Let's go back though. Let's look at Let's go back. Let's look at the beginning of the year. Let's look at January 25. Let's see what's coming. What came out. Let's see what was cooking. If you smell la 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 la, what the rock is cooking for dinner. Say January, Jackal Onyx, Snapshot, The Outer Limit Solid, Black Widow Mania. Man, last January, the 3D Offset, the Crusher Hybrid, the Theorem, the Troublemaker Solid, the One Urethane. That's overseas. The Level, the Zen 25, and then a bunch of whack ass swag. We shouldn't be talking about that. So January was a good month. Let's check February. You ready? February, the identity. The identity. Really? Oh, look, the Equinox came out. The Lethal Venom. Why does it seem like the Lethal Venom came out 2 years ago, but it didn't? It just came out. Dude, there's nothing really came out. Oh, Criterion came out February. The Piranha Power Core came out. The Hypnotize came out. The Paragon Black Pearl came out. Ooh, the Rockstar came out. The Hyperdrive, the RSC Hyperdrive came out then too. No, sorry, RSC Hyperdrive came out March. So yeah, we have some months where there's some good balls that come out. I think the Ion Max came out like December, but yeah, the old school balls like the gym. The gym was the truth, man. I loved the OG gym and the Magic gym. Shoot, I wish I could get my hands on them right now. I'd be throwing them suckers right now. I wonder if I can find the OG gym not drilled. I'd love to take that to nationals with me. Let me see if I can't find it. Just the gym. I wonder. I wonder. Do they have the overs? I wonder. Do they have the overseas counterpart for the gym? You got to admit that'd be awesome. Awesome sauce. Please tell me that's wrong. I'm serious with a heart attack, man. Overseas balls, fire. I'm gonna start doing my homework to see if there is an overseas ball for that is like the gym, the regular gym, the exotic gym. Why would anybody want the exotic gym? That ball sucked. So you know what's funny? I got three more magic gems sitting there that are undrilled. So I got one drilled and three undrilled. I just ain't found. I just ain't needed them, so I haven't drilled it yet. But I'm looking forward to. I think I'm gonna have to drill me a fresh one, and then as far as a regular gym go, Cheezo is man. That ball was the monster. I don't even know why. I don't even know why I got rid of it. I can't even remember getting rid of it. Might be downstairs still. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I will not be on Sunday, but I'll be on Monday night. I won't be on Sunday because I'm bowling in a tournament in Chicago. Um, the tournament, in case anybody like Keon wants to come join, and you watching this later, will be at Arlington Lanes. There's three different squads. Hit me up. The overseas market to get a lot more variety of good lines instead of changing things completely. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the overseas balls are a little bit better. Um, a little, they're more versatile. There are a lot more of them too. So I'm really thinking about starting to do reviews on the overseas balls. I'm really to be honest with you. Coach, I have the Rockstar Amp, the Zen 25, the Nuclear Forge, the Purple Hammer. Do you think I should hold onto the Forge or move on to a new solid? And what do you recommend for a solid two finger right hander? Well, I guess my first question to you is, Ralph, is what makes you want to move on from your nuclear forge? Is it the fact that it's older? I mean, there has to be a reason why you want to move on from it. And then the reality is do you like the shape of the nuclear forge? Because if you like the shape of the nuclear forge, my response would be, my response is, if you like the shape from it, stick in the family and get you a Sub Zero forge, which is also a solid, or something that's got the leverage core or the same core. The sorry, the leverage cover, but the same core. I mean, that would be my response is, if you like the shape, I'm missing the head pin. Missing the head pin, which way? Are you going Brooklyn? Or are you not getting there? It's coming up short. And if you're missing the head pin, are you making adjustments? Are you moving your feet to get you to the right angle to get you to the pocket? See, without me seeing you bowl, it's really hard to make a recommendation, because it may simply, you just need to resurface the current ball you have now. Take it and get to the pro shop, ask them to take the oil out of it, and tell them to take it back to the factory where it came from. That might be your answer. The other answer would be making an adjustment, moving your feet. If it's not getting to the pocket, move your feet right. It'll get you there. If it's overhooking, move your feet left until it's getting you to the pocket. Now, I imagine if you're missing the head pin, I'm gonna hope that it's underperforming and not getting to the pocket, which means make the adjustment by moving right, and it should work its way out. But again, if in the ideal world, I would probably say stay in the same thing. If you did you like the forge before, when it was newer, when it was getting you to the pocket? Did you like the way it shaped and got you there? Because if so, the correct answer just may be simply put, upgrade to another forge. I mean, that's the short answer. But that's in an ideal world. I don't know all the circumstance. Now, with that being said, I just want to reiterate one more time that I will not be on live on Sunday, but I will be on live on Monday. And this is the Breakpoint with Coach C. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks, everybody, again for tuning in. And next week, we're going to be addressing shapes. So I'm going to have videos and we're going to go over the shapes to let you guys see what they look like, so that you guys have a better understanding of how shapes look like. So when you go to buy, you can manage what you need. All right. With that being said, this is Coach C. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, guys.